Welcome back to the Quran discussion
Yeah.
podcast.
Alhamdulillah, gamers.
I know what that means, but I'm not gonna tell you so that you
Oh.
can't get into heaven.
Read the Quran for yourself, viewers, and then you will know.
Casuals.
um, I was gonna say. So yeah, we were comparing our Quranic study notes in between episodes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take notes on this one like I did with the Bible.
Uh huh.
Um,
No epic Jewish pranks this time.
uh,
There
that
are
that's one thing about the book so far is they really don't like Jewish people. Huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's no
Neither does
silly
the
no
Bible.
no silly that's true. But there's not as many silly Old Testament style pranks in the Quran.
Yeah, that's too bad. It's okay though because it's at least not as boring as the Bible was at its worst.
That's true.
Uh,
There's
like once you get to the middle of the Bible, it slows the hell down.
and there is entire fucking not even just chapters but like the books of the Bible that are just like here is this person and their entire lineage and where they went.
Yep,
It's
that
literally
is
it's
numbers.
yeah, like I get it historically massively important. I understand that,
I do not care,
but exactly. Great for the
but didn't ask.
historians. Also, wait, why are we? So we still take damage in some lava, but not
Yeah,
other. Okay.
I think before we've been in the heat, and then this is like lava, lava.
Yeah. Okay. We were in scalding water, but this is fucking magma. I'm pretty sure you go
Maybe through
up.
here.
You gotta yeah. But yeah, it's Chansey, being the more devout Muslim of the two of us, apparently, as he has a physical copy of the Quran, unlike
I wouldn't
me.
say that's more devout.
I have a, I read it as a
It doesn't
ebook.
matter. We're both English, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're both wrong. We will not see the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Um,
I've
uh,
always been of the opinion. I'm like, listen, can I go halfways on some of these rules and just get into
yeah.
like uh what do they call it, limbo?
Can I get into like the like like I'm not trying to go to Disney, but like Disney Springs, like the town outside. It's like
Yeah. Well, I want to. I can do like most of a religion, but I want to follow like. Sometimes I want to meet in the middle, and just be like, listen, could I
yeah.
just have like just
Sometimes
like
I
cold
just
or like room temperature sodas, and you have to like still take care of the place. Like it's basically just like working a job and being on Earth again.
sometimes I want to have a little guy as a treat, and that's a little frowned upon, unfortunately.
Is it the same way in the Quran?
I don't know if they comment specifically. I don't remember if they.
I'm trying to watch closely for stuff like that, and the Bible does a couple
Because I
times.
mean,
The
the
Quran does
Quran
not
doesn't.
so far.
Well, the Quran doesn't like invalidate the Old and New Testament. It it is
Oh,
complementary even.
well then, yeah.
So
I think in some cases it does invalidate it because it talks about how, hey, this was the rule in that book, mainly with marriage, and then it
yeah.
says, fuck that shit, do this instead.
Well, okay, that's a good one. That's welcome to literally just the Quranic study podcast.
Yeah,
They, I mean, they talk about that like
we're about to lose our entire Christian fan base.
yeah, no longer a
Don't
wholesome
let the door hit
Christian
you on the
channel.
way out. If you can't
uh,
handle just like learning.
that's always an interesting one. The like multiple wives, because there's like two passages that talk about it in length,
So
and one of them is
what I'm reading right
specifically.
now is
Uh huh.
it's trying to like explicitly tell you this is a bad idea, or not that it's a bad
But
idea, but like you should really not do it if you don't have
yeah,
to.
there's one passage that basically says like it is permissible, but you should love both of your wives equally, but we
Yes.
know that's not possible, so you probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah, mine says that exact same thing, pretty much.
uh, and that's actually like, there's a lot of Islamic countries that have just banned having multiple wives on the basis of they say it is literally impossible to love them equally, which is fair enough, I guess. I don't personally care, but
I'm, of course,
whatever.
of the opinion that government should never be involved in marriage, but
Exactly.
whatever.
I don't really care if people have like are married to multiple people. The fact that marriage is an institution is kind of strange to me.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't fucking care.
Especially
But
since, like, if the Bible and shit just made that up pretty much. What does law have to do with it?
and then there's another one. Sorry if this is Quran spoilers, uh, or if you care, I don't know. But there's one where it's like you should marry widows, but it says like, yeah, you should take multiple wives, you should marry widows, you should look after orphans. But that's in the context of after a war where a majority of the men died, and you
Yeah,
were
yeah, it does
saying,
say that.
hey, we probably shouldn't just leave these women to die on their own.
Yes. It does say, it does talk a lot about, like, treat women fairly, treat orphans well, but still fairly, like, don't just give them everything for free. They have to,
Yeah.
like, have their own space, or they should, if or if possible.
Which to me is honestly, it's one thing I do like about Islamic scholars as well as Jewish scholars versus like just random fucking like pastors in America, at least. Maybe in like other places this is not the case, and there are Christian scholars that think the same way. But for the most part, there is no such thing as looking at greater contexts in modern Christianity in America.
It's whatever
Whereas
we want at the time is what the meaning is.
whereas Islamic scholars and like rabbinical scholars, they do consider the context very heavily.
Right. No, a lot of what I'm seeing so far in it, it's not like it's not egregious. Like, I don't necessarily agree with all of it, but I definitely understand it.
Mhm.
And I think it has a lot of good lessons.
So when will you become a revert? Because
But what?
that's the term, a revert. Because you know, like in Christianity, you become a convert, right? You weren't a Christian, and then you
Uh,
convert back and then you convert to Christianity.
it
But
sounds like a funny word, so I kind of want to do it just because of that.
yeah, but according to Islam, it is the one true religion. So if you come to Islam, you're actually reverting back to it.
Oh, so
You're not converting. You're reverting. It's just a very a cool little piece of lore.
well, forgive me for this one, Allah, but that's a little silly.
Yeah, but as it says many times, surely Allah is most forgiving.
Thanks. I'm gonna have to rely on that quite a bit.
They say that line a lot in
It
the
does,
Quran.
yeah. What do I do here? Do I have the full map? It might be that I go back. It looks like to the right there. Right next to me is a gray space, and it looks like the gray space next to that. That looks like something I can get in. So I'm gonna go there. But yeah, I've enjoyed reading it so far. Sometimes it does get very slow with literally just saying, like, Allah knows everything, don't question him. Like, sometimes it repeats itself a lot.
Yeah,
And I'm like, this is almost like copy and paste what you said before. Like, I get it.
yeah. Bible does be doing the same thing.
It does, yes. So, I guess in this case, I should clarify I'm not reading. Like, I read every word of the Bible. I think I'm kind of skimming this one when it starts to get
Hmm.
on its path of like, and you believe in Allah because He is good, and when you are bad, you go to hell, and bad makes sin happen, good makes love happen, and I'm like, yep, 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 just kind of
Good is good because good. Yep.
yes, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, whatever. Like some things I can get why it reminds you of it, but other times it's like, how did you get through this part of the book without knowing this?
You're like, wait, shit. I'm supposed to love Allah?
Ah,
What?
this
Ah,
makes
damn.
so much more sense now.
Damn. I missed that part.
Christians read that and suddenly convert. They're like, oh, we didn't get it this whole time.
Yeah, for the most part, like, other than, well, I was gonna say other than, but it's kind of like the fucking main divergence between Christianity and Islam, other than, the fucking years of unrelated to religious reasons war that then spilled over into the religious part. For the most part, like, they're complementary to one another. But there is kind of the major thing where they don't think that Jesus is the Son of God. They just think he is a prophet on the
Yeah.
same level as Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon his name, as you're supposed to say as a good Muslim.
Oh, I would
You're all
just
supposed to
copy
say it.
Isaac in the Castlevania. And he just says the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, you're supposed to honor him. Same thing with Jesus, peace and blessings be upon his name. You're supposed to, for the both of them, say something to that effect whenever you mention their name. But yeah, it's like it is kind of funny of me to say like, oh, other than this one kind of very important thing that is central to the religion of Christianity,
They
they
could
kind of
get
agree on.
along.
They could get along.
uh, yeah, we really need another prophet to come back and say, guys,
Well, Joseph Smith. That's what do you mean?
do that.
The Mormon guy,
Oh yeah, why
Mormon
didn't
man,
they listen
Joseph
to
Smith.
him?
Yeah. Although he has like there's some interesting things that Joseph Smith has said.
We're gonna cancel Joseph Smith.
Stall. I don't think I need to.
Alright, what do I do about this? Because I feel like either way, this is the way forward. Maybe it's something out here. Okay, so maybe something with this. Gotta move up. We have to remember on the right side here. That's how I get up, or how I get down.
I'm gonna name this episode title something in Arabic, and then we'll get a ton of Arabic viewers who don't speak English at all.
And they're gonna be like, wow, they're really knowledgeable about this.
Eh. You know, viewers, even if you don't believe, it takes like maybe a month to like at least gain an understanding of.
Yeah, definitely if you think it's... Peop
I think if
Americans are
you,
just stupid. They have the wrong perception
yeah,
on things.
I think if you are an atheist, you should especially read these books.
Yeah. That way you...
Personally,
I am reading them not because I'm like... I don't know. It's not because I'm like looking for faith necessarily. If I
uh-huh.
find it, then okay. But
But
it's
they are
just I
kind
wanted a
of,
better understanding, and I've actually
yeah.
learned quite a bit from doing it.
They like it or not, these the big three, the Abrahamic three, are kind of very important to the world we live in, and having some understanding of them is probably a good thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of like biblical references I get now. And honestly, like
Yeah. Also,
maybe this you might find this hard to believe, Joel, but the American media has not done a very good job of portraying
no.
Islam.
Brother, you're telling me.
Brother in Allah, you're telling me.
Also,
Oh, you know what I was thinking about today?
what?
Is remember that time when Peter, remember the time that girl, was it a girl? It was some high school student, I think, said Allah instead of God
Oh
for the
yeah,
Pledge of
under one
Allegiance.
nation under Allah. Yeah, classic.
And then people were saying that they need military service
Yes,
when it's the same thing.
it's literally just the word for for God. And people are like, well, why did she say Allah instead of God? And it's like, there's Christians in Muslim countries and they still call God Allah because that's what the word means.
Not possible.
Like,
But yeah, I do have a. This will at least be a funny story for those who don't want to keep learning about this.
uh-huh.
Uh, I have a coworker who he's Muslim, and he's very, very clearly not Arabic. He is a very pale and white person.
Mm-hmm.
So he became Muslim because his wife asked him to, since uh, like she can't marry someone who isn't Muslim,
Uh-huh. I see.
which is a rule that I actually read about recently. And I mean, you can say like, oh, he did it for that reason or whatever, but I mean, he's actually been good about uh, like following the rules and everything. Like he doesn't eat pork. He fasts.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, is Ramadan's over now.
Yes, yeah, it was
Yeah.
over a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it started in April because it's fun fact, viewers. Islam uses a lunar calendar, which makes more sense, or it used to. So Ramadan is based off a lunar calendar, so
I noticed that. Yeah.
it changes each year a little bit because our world is based off a solar calendar.
All right, I'm stuck. I don't know how to move down.
Um, let's see. You got
I feel like it's got to be something at the bottom here, but I don't know what it is.
yeah. There's a couple times I got stumped in this game as well, but I feel like you don't like that's clearly the way out. You know, like once you so I don't think that would be the entrance.
I think this is key, but I don't see how
Uh,
to.
how to get a sprint.
Yeah, because this is blocking the way.
I know you can kill that thing from the other side, but yeah.
I didn't even think about charge beam, but I don't think it solves anything.
Look at your map real quick, because you definitely need to get to the other side somehow, but you can't go through super missile door. Sorry,
Yeah,
green
maybe I do go
door.
back to the other
Spoilers.
side.
Uh, and then why can't you go to the gray things above you?
There's no way in.
What's gotcha?
Simply no way in.
I see.
Oh, but the second part of that funny story is,
Mm-hmm.
we were just talking about it one day. Um, making fun of him for his religion. No, I'm kidding. But we
Yeah.
were like, it would be so funny if he went to like, if you go to like one of the, I guess, Arabic countries or just somewhere very devoutly Muslim, because some of these countries, it's like, oh, if they're very strict about it, it's like, yeah, which ones are the countries where it's like you can't, like women can't drive themselves or something?
Probably Saudi Arabia, if I had to guess.
Yeah, something like that. So it'd be really funny if he went there because he is a Muslim man, but they
Hmm.
wouldn't listen to him because he does
Ah,
not look like it.
Saudi Arabia's ban on female drivers was lifted in 2018.
Yeah, I know it's different now. It's just I
Yeah.
knew that was a thing.
I mean, there's, because that is something that interests me, like, reverts from America or the UK or wherever moving or living in a Muslim country, and those stories are interesting to me,
Hmm.
you know, and
Am I totally
basically,
wrong? Would they be cool with it?
no, they definitely get like profiled, and like racism happens in other countries. Shocker. Uh,
No, no,
uh,
America's evil.
to white people as well, because in those countries they are the minorities and the outgroup. Shocker that that's how discrimination works, right?
No,
Who would have
America
thought?
invented it.
Who would have thought that outgroups are created to keep in-groups in power, and white
No,
people are outgroups in some countries?
no, America's evil.
Uh, yeah, you're right. Well, two things can be true.
No.
um,
No, 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 no.
and
Wait.
yeah, and I was reading a story where basically the person's like, yeah, there are people who will give you shit for it, but if you just like recite the Shahada, it because you're not supposed to question someone's faith if they proclaim it.
Hmm.
Like it is very frowned upon to question someone's faith. So you basically just like if someone's giving you shit, the guy was like, yeah, you basically just recite the Shahada, and they usually leave you alone because they realize that questioning you further at that point is like would more so put question on their authenticity as a Muslim than
Hmm.
yours. But it certainly happens. Yeah, so when are we sneaking into Mecca?
Do a little trolling in the holy state.
RNG goes to RNG goes to Mecca vlog. Do the do the fucking like soy jack pointing at the Kaaba. Like, oh, that would be awful but great content. The worst tier of content.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna save here. I have theories on what needs to happen.
Uh huh. But some of them might kill you.
Yeah.
What area are you in again? You're in Norfair. Damn, there's a lot of power ups in Norfair, huh?
Guess so. Hell has so many good upgrades.
Yeah.
Man,
Okay,
what
this
am I
is
trying to
yours.
think of? It was like some game, I think, where uh they call like the underworld a certain something, but really it's just hell is like the direct translation. Yeah, I almost feel like it's a okay, so Beyblade does it, but I'm not. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Because in Beyblade, there's one called Hades Kerbex, and then the translation is just Hell Kerbex, which is it's also supposed to be Cerberus, but they changed it.
Yeah, I don't. I just need a little more.
Yeah, it could be a lot of things I know, but I'm just yeah. How do I get health back? Is it only Chozo statues?
And the little health pickups, yeah,
All right.
like those.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
um, Herm.
Huh.
Wait, go open your thing again. There is a heat room in the top right corner
You're right.
that that's. I know for a fact I was stuck at this same spot, and I can't remember if I got pissed off because that room in the top right corner was just a missile upgrade, or
Oh, we have a 50-50, do we?
yeah. Either way, it's content. You know, it's
Hell yeah, brother.
explore the map, have fun. But I
Uh,
do remember this exact area, like, or not. Like, I remember being stumped at this exact sort of part of the game's progression for a little bit, but I don't remember what solved it. I don't think I looked it up. I think it just took me fucking hours of, not hours, because this game doesn't take that long to run around, but took me an amount of time of running around.
do you remember when uh, South Park had the episode? It was making fun of all the celebrities. That's the one banned on TV now.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you're gonna have to be more specific than that, because
Yeah, I mean like the one where it was episode 200 and it made fun of like all the celebrities at once.
mhm. I don't think is that is that the one that was banned because they depicted Muhammad
That is the one.
and Jesus and like everyone. Yeah, I mean Jesus is not the one that they cared about.
Primarily
It's
Muhammad.
yeah, it's the but that was also in the episode, is what I mean. Yeah, I do remember that episode existing.
Yeah. So is that a thing like they can't depict Muhammad, or was that a fringe group that was mad about it?
I I don't remember reading that in the Quran, so that would probably be after the Sunni Shia split after Muhammad's death. But I could just be wrong. It's been a while since I read the Quran, viewers. It's a missile upgrade.
Ah,
I do remember this part
the
exactly.
worst part is I'm not going to go back to the state because I want the missile upgrade.
It is nice. It is nice to have like 100 fucking missiles.
Yeah, especially when you can fire them
Plus,
off like that.
yeah.
But getting back down here is tedious.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did for um
Fuck.
what game is it? For that series that never went up, Metal Gear 1 for the NES, where I just look up the full map and
Ah,
you know.
I had no idea where you're going with that, so.
Norfair. That's the one. I was in Brinstar and I was like, what? That doesn't look right. 'Cause I'm just trying to find where the doors connect, you know, to see where you go down. Open your map. It is on the left side, yeah.
Is this how Satan tempts people into hell? And also, is this what hell is like?
Yeah, it's hell this cool, but
Yeah, I was
also
gonna say, because it's pretty cool, but is that how Satan tempts you? Is he's like, oh, look at all these
yeah.
cool upgrades.
Yeah. He's like, bro, we got the Varia suit here, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, damn, that's kind of
Listen, all I'm saying is, like, if it's got a grappling hook in hell, I don't know.
cool.
Might be worth it. Was there anything about the Quran? Because I haven't found anything yet that would be like if I was trying to find a faith, it would be a deal breaker. Was there anything with that for you? Do you remember?
I cannot remember. No. Yeah, I
Because
can't.
for me with the Bible, it was really just that like you can't accept gay people was the thing for me.
Uh-huh. It's so
Or that wasn't
progressive
the
of
only
you.
thing. So I'm not even trying to virtue signal. It's just like that
Yeah.
was that's an example of something where I'm like I really can't be in a faith
Yeah.
that says that.
How progressive of you to just treat someone like a human being, even
Honestly,
if even if they are different from you. Kind of, honestly, kind of gay, if I'm being completely honest. Gay
I will treat
parenthetical
someone with
derogatory.
the I don't know about respect. I will joke about them fairly.
Oh, that that bubble. There is totally a. If you look down, there's one of those things that's a single thing. You know what I'm saying?
Are you
Like
fucking kidding? Ah,
yeah, yeah. I saw that one block that's by itself, and I'm like, that's totally a way down.
it's annoying.
So that means I also, because I remember going up to the top right, getting the missile, like I told you, and then I came here, so I was definitely in the same boat as you, as didn't see that the first time.
Different in my playthrough. Well, same in your playthrough.
Hmm.
Ooh. Oh, this could be bad.
Oh, I do remember having a very funny Quran moment when I was reading it on my e-reader on a plane, and I got a weird look from someone. That was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, though. Americans don't get it.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, like people baffle me because like sometimes I'll just like I don't want to say I understand why there would be that response, but I do. I don't understand. I don't empathize with the response, but I understand that it would
Why it's
happen.
happening.
Yes, but in the moment, I didn't think anything of it because like I'm reading a book, dog. Who cares? Yeah, it was funny, and I was like, well, what? I mean, I'm not gonna stop reading. Like,
I've gotten a couple, not really, yeah, like looks or like comments about it at my job. Obviously,
mhm.
it's, we'll talk about it more later, probably in a few months in our time, but you can expect why I would get weird looks at it in my workplace. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, what's going on here? Although, yeah, I think it was just that I was reading it or something, because otherwise, like, it's been very accepting about like uh people who are Muslim,
Oh yeah,
and
we're
like
done
my
over there.
coworker, he gets a bunch of support from everybody. Like, uh, they help support him when he's fasting and everything. So it is they have actually been good about that. So worry not.
That's good.
I think that's more because it was people like we know personally. It could be that.
True. Also, cool things about Ramadan and cool Ramadan facts at
Oh
RNG
yeah.
Gaming. Um, there's several exceptions to the fasting in Ramadan that are like
Yes.
very reasonable.
Yeah, like if you're traveling or
Uh-huh.
what at
If
war.
women are on their period,
That too.
because like you literally like yeah you're fucking losing blood and fluids. Like you need you need to replenish that.
Yeah. Okay. We will go further into hell on the next episode, where and we'll recite prayers to keep
Uh-huh.
us safe.
To keep the demons at bay.
Yeah.